So in this video, I'm going to show you a very simple technique that you can do with your speed light that will actually remove your fear of being rained out. So basically, I will show you how I created these images. So hi everyone, this is Jiggie, a portrait and wedding photographer from the Philippines, and welcome to the channel. So before anything else, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel and would want to learn more about off-camera flash photography, then this channel is for you. So you might want to consider subscribing, and while you're at it, click that notification bell so that you get notified every time I upload a new lighting video like this. So again, welcome to my small home studio, and as you can see, I basically have nothing set up here except for a black seamless background, and this is basically just a simulation of how I actually tackle problems that are brought about if a shoot gets rained out. More often than not, rain would actually put a stop to your shoot, especially if you are shooting outdoors. And in the course of actually my experience, I can't really control the weather, and we live here in a tropical country, and rain is really a part of what we have to deal with. Even though it's so bright and sunny in the morning, it could possibly rain in the afternoon. So I developed this little technique that I actually use in order for me to make the most out of a rainy situation. So what do I need? Basically, I need an umbrella, obviously. Now, the question would be, how will you be able to light your subjects while they are underneath the umbrella and set your exposure to be able to see the raindrops? And this is how I do it. I basically take my smallest flash unit, in which case this one is the f45RM. The reason why I want it to be my smallest flash unit is technically, if I do that, it is my lightest flash unit. So even if I have it like this, it won't be falling down, or it won't be difficult for you to hold on to the umbrella. Now I have it tied here by a bunch of portable bungee cords, and I have installed on it the MagMod mag bounce. The reason why I'm using the mag bounce instead of the mag spear is so that when you put it above you like this one, it just doesn't spread the light all over. The mag bounce gives you directional light towards you, which illuminates then your subjects. Okay, so again, this tutorial is a simulation of what I would normally do outdoors when it starts raining, because obviously it's going to be very difficult for us to shoot a video while it is raining. So you just need to use a little bit of your imagination and imagine that it's raining and that we are actually just shooting your subjects underneath the umbrella, and I have my camera underneath another umbrella. Okay, so with that, let's get into the settings of my camera. So the camera that I'm using is my Sony a7R Mark IV, and the lens that I chose is the 24-70 2.8 GM. Now the lens choice for this particular shoot is really not that important because it will change when you're shooting outdoor. But today I am actually shooting with a 24-70 so that in case I want to show you guys later how it looks wide, then I can easily just zoom out, so without having to go out of frame. So again, the lens is really your choice. Now, of course, I am actually controlling my flash, my Sony f45RM, remotely using this one. This is a Sony WRC1M. Let me show you. Wait, here we go. This is a Sony WRC1M. This one basically allows my camera to talk to my flash wirelessly so that I can control the power of my flash and sync it with my camera. Now, you are also seeing right now a live view of everything that my camera is seeing through the help of this one. This is the Atomos Ninja V. So everything that you'll be seeing now is basically straight out of camera. Absolutely no edit that will be done unless stated otherwise. Okay, so my camera settings are right now 1/250 f2.8 ISO 100. I am shooting an ISO 100 because I want to get the cleanest image possible. But when you are shooting outdoor, remember, set your exposure first to your existing ambient light. What do I mean by that? Right now, I am actually set like this so that I remove all existing ambient light. I set my aperture and my ISO and my shutter speed to be able to do that, as what you are seeing now. Though I can actually decrease my shutter speed, boost up my ISO a little bit so that I could bring in ambient light. So when you're shooting outdoor, just like this image that I'm actually showing you, I basically set my existing ambient light exposure to about 2 stops under, and basically just created this very nice dramatic scene, because this scene was supposed to be, well, this area was supposed to give us a beautiful view of the smallest volcano in the world, Taal volcano, but unfortunately it did start raining, so we just used it to our advantage. So this scene was 2 stops underexposed. So here in the studio, I am actually going to be removing all existing ambient light. That's why I set my camera to 1/250 f2.8 ISO 100 so that you can see exactly what the light inside the umbrella is doing. But again, just a gentle reminder, when you are shooting outdoor, it is now something different because you can bring in the entire scene and you can bring in more ambient light. You just have to learn how to balance your existing ambient light to your flash. So with all those settings in place, I think it's time for me to call in my wife, Coco, who will be my model for today. Babe, come on in. Hi, babe.
Hi, Dan.
Thank you again for doing this. And of course, thank you very much to our friend Mela Jimenez for virtually assisting Coco put on her makeup for today. Okay, so the most important thing that you have to tell your subjects, please take care of the umbrella because there is a flash attached to it. It is attached properly, but it still won't survive you jumping and running, okay? So the first thing that we'll do is maybe show them how this one would look without the MagMod mag bounce, okay? So let me remove this modifier. So let's see how that one will look like. There. So now it's overexposed. Let's bring it down to 126 power. And the light is really not flattering, okay? So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put the mag bounce. I'm gonna install the mag bounce like this. All right. Okay. All right. Very nice. Can you tilt the umbrella this way a bit, towards me? There. So as you can see, there's a lot of shadow underneath Coco's chin, and we're basically losing a lot of the detail in terms of what she's wearing, and basically the detail of the entire scene because we purposely took out all existing ambient light. But when you're shooting outdoor, such as in maybe here, because we have our video lights, we can actually take advantage of your existing ambient light because remember, if it is raining and it is cloudy, you will get beautiful soft light but no contrast, so the image is turned flat. So that's why we are using this flash to be able to create a bit of contrast and make it give that 3D effect to the image by creating shape, form, texture, and depth. Okay, how am I gonna do that? I am basically just gonna keep my aperture at f2.8 and ISO 100 because that will affect the power of my flash. Instead, I will actually bring my shutter speed down to bring in more existing ambient light. So I will show you now what it's doing by turning off my flash, and this is my live view. In other words, this is the scene being lit by existing ambient light. I'll take a shot. That's how it looks like with existing ambient light, right? So now, since we can see that part there, I zoomed in a little, that's why I decided to use a 24 to 70. Then afterwards, let me turn on my flash and let's take one more shot. Okay, babe, you can look at me. There we go. So now you can see we're bringing in more detail of her clothes, opening up the shadows here. And now basically this type of shot is also something that you would do for couples. I'd go there and actually have a shoot with my wife now, but I'm not ready. So profile here as if you're facing me, babe. There. Oh, but then now, there we go. So you can see now that you don't really have too many shadows underneath her chin because we are lighting up that side of that person, of Coco's face. So if I were there, or let's just do one test shot that I'm there. I won't take out my cap though. Here, I'll put it on 10 seconds. So this is the way we play around with it. The guy should normally hold on to the umbrella, right? So you could have the umbrella somewhere here. Something like that, okay? But I'm pretty sure that's not gonna be perfect. Can I see? Oh, it wasn't that bad. But of course, if I were the ones doing it, I could pose you and I could tweak the umbrella so that it won't cover that person's face. But technically, that's how it's done. That's how I really do love shooting in the rain because it adds a little bit more character to the images, right? So if in any case that you guys, again, are shooting outdoor, then all of a sudden it starts raining, don't stop shooting. You can actually use a technique like this by just putting your flash inside an umbrella. But the most important thing to remember is make sure that you use your lightest speed light available, tie it down properly, put in a mag bounce or something very similar just to spread the light a bit more and try to get a bit soft, and try to get your light to be a bit softer. So the most important thing here again is really the balance of ambient light and flash. So with this one, I try to show you as best as possible in a controlled environment without it being outdoor and raining. But I hope you guys get the basic principle of how I actually did those shots. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And while you're at it, click that notification bell so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. Now, if this wasn't that clear and you really want a more detailed explanation of balancing ambient light and flash, or really just creating your own vision and style, feel free to message me on Instagram and let's talk about that online one-on-one workshop, okay? So again, babe, thank you very much. And of course, follow us on Instagram, Jiggie Alejandrino, Coco Alejandrino, okay? Till the next video.